A very good morning to you from wherever you listen across the world. This is Oluyole 98.5 FM. Check your time, it's 6:30 a.m. Time for conversation with Dayo and Tola. I am Oladayo Ogunbowale.
I am Tola Teriba. Good morning.
All right, it's the 25th of September 2020. Thank you so much for tuning in to your morning tonic right here on Oluyole 98.5 FM. This program is a network program, which means we're broadcasting live on the radio network of the Broadcasting Corporation of your state, which means broadcasting live from our Oluyole 98.5 FM. We're also reaching you via sister stations to Agility 92.1 FM and Okyogun 96.3 FM. A very good morning also to all our online audience, whether you're joining us via Facebook or Twitter or you're listening via our website. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Our website remains the same, www.bcus.tv/listen. That's our website. You can listen audio only via our website. Facebook and Twitter, we are streaming live, audio and visuals. Okay, audio visual. You can watch us and listen via Facebook and Twitter. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/Oluyole 98.5 FM. On Twitter, at Oluyole FM. Check us out also on Instagram, Oluyole 98.5 FM, on Radio Garden, and of course the online radio platform mixler.com/Oluyole FM. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. This is where we give you newspaper review in English. The Yoruba version comes up much after a lady of make it a day to also tune into that one, okay? And of course, here we give you news you can use. Newspaper review with top-notch analysis. And of course, if you care to, you get to contribute also. It's the 25th day of the 9th month. That's September 2020. Thank God it's Friday. Another end of the week. And it's the 25th. It's a GSM day for those who understand. All right, thank you so much. We'll go straight to the papers. Have a copy of the Punch newspaper.
Let's have a copy of the Nigerian Tribune.
Labour shuns ruling, stopping strike. Talks with federal government deadlocked. National Industrial Court rules on anti-strike suit filed by a group. We don't know them. They are not our employers, says Waba. Page 9 of the Punch newspaper. Which group is that?
Who are they? It also says Labour federal government meeting deadlocked, talks to resume Monday. Strike will commence, Labour insist. That's on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Sometimes you're the government layer. Let me say it that way. 174,574 apply for COVID-19 75 billion naira MSME Survivor Fund. Page 19 of the Punch newspaper.
TUC to federal government, you can't fund Kano to Niger rail line with Chinese World Bank loan. Nigeria building rail line to designated border point, not into Niger, and that's coming from the presidency. Page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay, we hear you. All right. When somebody said there will be 2 kilometers into Niger,
okay. Border point, not into Niger Republic. Border point.
Okay. Finance Minister orders shun budget performance sitting. Panel kicks. That's on page 19 of the Punch newspaper.
Now, at United Nations General Assembly, Buhari lists benefits of Kama in anti-corruption fight. Page 8 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay. Why I won't honor Salami panel summons, says Malami. I thought you said you will go.
I gave conditions. So he said
if.
So maybe the if actually did not come up.
Page 9 of the Punch newspaper. Why I won't honor Salami panel summons Malami.
Most states not financially sustainable. That's a budge. IT Rivers tops ranking. Anambra, Ogun, Lagos. Strange to me that Lagos, Rivers top ranking Anambra, Ogun, Lagos, followed by Osa, Osun, Plateau rank lowest.
Sustainability, and I think they ranked it. Yeah, they released a report yesterday. State of states. They call it state of states, looking at their financial status, how much some states depends on the FAC allocations on monthly basis, how much IGR they generate, and of course Lagos they claim ranked highest, followed by Ogun, and then I think Rivers. Yes, but you know, recently because of COVID-19 and all that, most of these states have not been able to make more money and all that, and then they looked at states that if they don't get FAC, they are gone. Also, they considered states where the amount of money they have borrowed has wiped out whatever they collected from FAC. There's one particular state, you know, when they collect FAC and they do the deductions of their borrowed money and, you know, debt repayment, it's just coins that remains. When I say coins, change to now run the economy. So, and this is, whether we like it or not, going to impact on every other thing in the state, because you have to pay salaries, you have to, you know, do projects and all that. So those states are barely surviving. They are barely surviving, and a good portion of the states in Nigeria fall into that situation.
And a big question again on the viability of state creation.
You know, it was suggested that some of these states would better be merged. There's no point in running expensive governments in some of these states and all that.
But politics,
of course, who wants to lose their? Nobody wants to lose ground now. They will tell you
identity.
But it's a wake up call to state governments. Work on your IGR, mop up, you know, every fund you can have, and plug loopholes, you know, and as much as possible avoid borrowing money if your IGR is not good. There's no point borrowing when you don't have means of paying back. And then you depend on FAC. With this one, crude oil is doing like Humpty Dumpty. It's dangerous. So, and I think state of states released by budget is an annual, you know, that's their own signature financial release every year to show how states are, whether they are viable or not, using your word now, viability of states is a very, very important document that you should lay your hands on. I mean, anybody listening, if you're interested, it's about 55 pages. You know, it's on their website, and it's open source. You can access it. You would learn something new. We'll do for commercial break. We are not depending on FAC. We need money. When we're back, we'll take more stories. Don't go anywhere.
The Global Youth Leadership and Girl Child Foundation, in partnership with the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, presents the 6th International Interdisciplinary Conference on Raising Girls' Ambition, RAGA 2020. Theme, Advancing Women's Career for Sustainable Development. Date, 13th to 16th October 2020. Venue, virtually via Zoom and also in person at International Conference Center, Lead City University, Ibadan. Calling on academics to submit abstracts and papers. Calling on young women between the ages of 18 to 25 to apply for women business ownership. Program for the price of up to $10,000. Secondary school girls between the ages of 12 to 16 are to submit essays, creative arts, and enter for debate and quiz for the grand prize of 50,000 naira for each competition. Conference fee for virtual is 5,000 naira. In person, 15,000 naira. For secondary school, 1,000 naira. For registration, please contact 0815-271-9250 or bcoscommercial@gmail.com. You can also visit BCOS Iliakede Orita Bashon, Ibadan.
So glad to know you're still there. It's the conversation with Dayo and Tola, coming to you live from Oluyole 98.5 FM. Time check 6:42 a.m. Destination time 7:30 a.m. We'll go back to the headlines.
Just yesterday we were reading this pathetic news from Lokoja, Kogi State. Now we have this one in Lagos. 30 injured, 23 buildings affected in Lagos gas explosion.
Sad news right there. It's also the front page. On the front page right here, picture speak. It's as if they threw a bomb somewhere.
That's a terrorist attack or something.
Exactly. This is not Syria. 30 injured, 23 buildings, event center, vehicles raised in Lagos gas explosion. May God save us in Nigeria. This is not good. This is so not good. So not good. Well, may the soul of the dead rest in peace. And why the death toll in Kogi keeps rising anyway? What details of that on page 4 of the Punch newspaper here?
UK letter onus on states to drive cattle ranches process forward, says presidency. Page 5 of the Nigerian Tribune.
All right, Nigeria not constructing rail to Niger but border town, says presidency. Just like you read earlier. That's on page 11 of the Punch newspaper.
And we have this one, Makinde Okowa Zulum Dambata back 2019 Zik Prize for Good Governance, page 8 of the Nigerian Tribune.
I think it's well deserved. Well deserved.
Good one for governor.
At least I can speak for my governor. He earned it. If you think otherwise, call and tell us why. But I mean, with what we've seen, he earned it.
For me, personal opinion, the fact that we have a leader that actually listens. Very essential there. Actually, it's almost as if he sits perpetually in a sitting room conversation with the people and listens to what they say.
That's so for me, governance. That's democracy.
I mean, just that is enough to actually earn him this prize.
That's the way it should be. Town hall meetings are already ongoing regarding preparation for the 2021 budget. That's the way it should be.
And I can tell you that he's not just holding those meetings, he's holding those meetings because he wants to know what the people feel.
That's it. Not that you come with a policy and say, we know you need this thing, we are doing it for your own benefit. Really? That's not policy making. It should be people oriented. So yes, congratulations to the winners of the Zik Prize for leadership, Governor Sheyi Makinde, Governor Zulum of Borno State, and Dr. Okowa of Delta State. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to them. Okay, 80% of petroleum tankers lack safety features, says Moman. That's on page 19 of the Punch News. And you are saying this? 80%, fa? That's 8 out of 10.
Welcome to Nigeria.
Wow. Okay.
Ajaokuta will come to fruition before end of Buhari's government. Adegbite, Minister of Mines and Steel. That's on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune.
I've been hearing that since when I was born.
You took that right out of my mouth.
Since I was born.
We've heard that before.
Ajaokuta will. Really?
Well, perhaps with the Chinese. I don't.
Chinese?
Is it the Chinese or the Russians that are interested in Ajaokuta right now at the moment?
It's a Russian built.
Yes, I know it used to be the
facility.
Russians.
I mean, it's okay.
All right. So many things that
Honorable Minister, we will hold you to your word. It will soon be 2023 now. Abba. We can't wait.
And things that would solve problems in critical sectors of the nation's economy. We keep on wondering why these things remain comatose.
It's like
The
rocket science.
The Ajaokuta steel, even this paper mill we were at or somewhere in them.
Maybe you should just borrow the Sheima Kinde, whatever. Privatize those things. Hand it over to private people. Let them run this thing now. They will employ people. Right, and the place will be working instead of all this one that government wants to. Thank God for Professor Osinbajo. Government has no business in refining petroleum. I think they should better adopt the same thing for the Ajaokuta thing and just stop making promises that there's not enough money. We know Nigeria is broke. We know. Okay, so it might be hard. I think let's help them, make excuses. Just hand it over to private companies. Let them run this thing.
But honestly, I wouldn't want the kind of private involvement that we had in the power sector.
That one. Okay. Let's not go there.
the type we had in telecoms.
Yeah, sure. That type. At least you have a good example that they can follow, not the power sector. Okay. INEC meets Ondo monarchs, seeks prayers, advocates peace. That's on page 7 of the Punch newspaper.
Talking politics this morning. Ekiti APC suspends Ojudu, 10 others indefinitely.
Is that not answer to president? Wow.
Well, clearly, but I'm not happy with him at all.
We now facilitate federal might. Sorry. I didn't mean it. Okay.
Well, it depends on federal might could be well, maybe regarding economic development, for instance.
Okay.
Maybe that's what you mean.
Okay.
Deploy federal might to promote economic advancement in the Ekiti state.
All right.
Not the other way.
All right. Okay. When the governor too has mouth, he can make things happen. All right, he can. But it's always nice to have somebody in house, where the decision is being made that can speak on your behalf. Party issues, I know, I have party problems, but it's better you have someone. If this guy goes there and is demarketing them, it will be hard. Things will not go as they planned. Well, my own opinion, anyway.
It's always like that. We know these things.
Of course. Ekiti is also here. Ekiti APC suspends Buhari's aid. Tinubu's in-law. Punch. They had to bring it home. Ekiti APC suspends Buhari's aid. Tinubu's in-law. 9 others. Page 14 of the Punch newspaper.
NLC, TUC, other pressure groups threaten to shut down hydro power dams in Niger. They are saying if the Abuja Electric Distribution Company fails to provide 24 hours electricity and prepaid meters to consumers, the groups believe these things can be done. That's why they are threatening the shutdown.
All right. Some issues with the police again. Stray bullets kill 2. Azogun land grabbers police clash. So even the people clashing didn't die. It's probably onlookers or bypassers. Stray bullets kill 2. Azogun land grabbers police clash. Details on pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. And finally, from the front page right here on the Punch newspaper, flooding dredge the Silt River, Niger. Abdrazak tells federal government. Flooding dredge the Silt River, Niger. Abdrazak tells federal government. Also on page 7 of the Punch newspaper.
Also, more stories on what Governor Seyi Makinde has been up to in Oyo State. It says Makinde hands over state's moribund fruit juice company to investor. That's
the way to go now. There's no point holding on to facilities when you can't run it, and it's give it to people who will run it, employ labor, make money, and they will pay tax. That's the way to go.
It also says they are marketed to audit Oyo local government, says performance will determine eligibility of chairman for election. We set up a committee to actually, first and foremost, to look and see if the chairman actually understands the agenda of this administration. Those were his words on television yesterday.
And that's the way to go. That's the way to go.
On the same page with the development plan.
All right. Nigerian collecting illegal $36,000 per month from sheep owners. As a Minister of Transport, Honorable Rotimi Amici speaking right there. So who is that Nigerian that is collecting illegal $36,000 per month from sheep owners? Details on page 19 of the Punch newspaper.
Yeah. Probably an untouchable. That's right.
Untouchable. It's okay.
Federal government releases 75 billion naira survival funds, provide 50,000 naira stimulate to 100,000 medium and small scale enterprises to pay 6,000 naira to CAC, that's the Corporate Affairs Commission, for the registration of 250,000 companies. Page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune.
All right. Insecurity. Federal government faults British MPs. Christian Association of Nigeria, Sokapu, back UK lawmakers. That's on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. And on page 11, we've recovered 4.16 billion naira unremitted revenue from lottery firms, says EFCC.
No kidnappers den in Oyo, and that's coming from the police. Troops kill top Boko Haram terrorists, destroy camps at Lake Chad Basin. Kogi explosion. Bello meets Oshibajo on state of roads. State government declares 2-day mourning. Lawal, PDP worried. That's national security and human angle stories.
West African countries should ensure security, says Buhari. And we have Reps plenary goes digital as National Assembly resumes on Tuesday. Okay. You also have why I won't honor Salami panel summons. Okay, it's here. AGF Malami's reasons. I have okay. Kwara not tampering with local government funds, says panel. All on pages 8 and 9 of the Punch newspaper.
No evidence Kwara local government funds were diverted, says judicial panel. Comments governor's rear openness. My campaign promise on local government allocation stands, says governor.
My re-election has reunited South more, says Obaseki. That's on page 11 of the Punch newspaper.
Are we good to go for sports?
Yeah, I think yes we are.
And it was already out for 12 weeks, and Iwobi makes Everton vow. And COVID-19, Ibrahimovic test positive. Sports page of the Nigerian Tribune this morning.
Well, late last night, he said he has tested negative again. I mean, funny enough. All right, but maybe that's just his opinion. He was on his Twitter and he said, I tested positive yesterday, today I tested negative. I said, very interesting. Well, whichever way, get well soon. Although he said he's not feeling any symptoms or whatever. On the sports page of the Punch newspaper, COVID-19, 9 Kwara United players test positive. Wow, 9. Okay, Okpala, others want Pinnick to contest CAF presidency. And you have Okoro Dudu, I can still coach at highest level. And you have the Diamond League, Brume, happy to compete again. Plaudits for Iwobi after Fleetwood performance. And you have Ibrahimovic COVID-19 story also here.
Alright. Well, I guess we can go straight to the meat of the news.
Time check 6:56 a.m.'s conversation with Dayo and Tola. And yes, you're listening to Oluyole 98.5 FM. Yes, straight to the meat of the news.
It says TUC to federal government, you can't fund Kano to Niger rail line with Chinese World Bank loan. Nigeria building rail line to designated border point. Presidency explains. The Trade Union Congress TUC on Thursday questioned President Muhammadu Buhari and the federal government for borrowing from the World Bank, International Monetary Fund, IMF, and China to finance and build a rail line to Niger Republic. In a statement issued on Thursday and signed by its president, Comrade Quadri Oluyole, and Secretary General Musa Lawal Ozigi, the Congress asked for the rationale behind the government's decision to take a loan in the name of Nigeria to build a rail line to Niger Republic. The Congress described it as an insult on Nigerians and a waste of the nation's scarce resources, adding that it has become obvious by the latest move that those ruling the country have ulterior and sinister motives. In the statement entitled Rail Construction to Niger Republic, what for? The TUC said the Congress is not averse to development. Constructing rail lines to Kano, Katsina, and Dutse is understandable, but why extend it to Niger Republic? Why should we borrow from the IMF, World Bank, and China to build a rail line to Niger Republic? Is there something the government is not telling us? The presidency's response in a tweet on his personal handle at Garba on Thursday, the senior special assistant to the president, media and publicity, Garba said the agreement was reached between Nigeria and Niger in 2015 for the Kano-Katsina Maradi Corridor Master Plan, K2M. He said both nations agreed to build a rail line to the border town of Maradi. Maradi is the second largest city in the Niger Republic and the administrative center of Maradi region, and also the seat of the Maradi department. The spokesman said Nigeria is not building rail line into Niger, but only the designated border point. An agreement between Nigeria and Niger in 2015, coordinated by the Nigeria-Niger Joint Commission for Cooperation, as a plan for Kano-Katsina Maradi Corridor Master Plan, K2M as it is called. Going by this, the two nations will each build a rail track to meet at the border town of Maradi. The objective of the rail is the harnessing of raw materials, mineral resources, and agricultural produce. When completed, it will serve domestic industries and play the role of a viable transportation backbone to the West Africa sub-region, starting with the neighboring Niger Republic for their export and import logistic chain. So that's the story. TUC to federal government, you can't fund Kano to Nigeria line with Chinese World Bank loan. And the presidency said it is building the rail line to a designated border point to encourage trade, agricultural and industrial trade, according to Garba.
One thing is clear: the total trade, import and export to and from Niger Republic in 2019 was approximately $5 billion. Everything, including the uranium, the cattle, and everything, approximately $5 billion. And the point that we need to understand as a nation, aside whether or not we want to play big brother, is that Niger Republic is a francophone West African country. France, which is the major beneficiary, take it or drop it, you can argue till tomorrow, will not move their produce through an Anglophone country. That's the truth. If they're not moving through Benin Republic, they will move through Cameroon. That's the truth. Or do Togo. Is either Benin Republic or Togo. As we speak, they move their uranium, which needs serious handling. Okay, I mean, they use it for nuclear weapons and all that. This is not something you just move anyhow. They currently move it through Benin Republic, through their borders, to their port, which is far better run than our own port. Let's face it, it's easier to bring in a car through Benin Republic seaport today than going through our Tinkan Island or our Papa Wharf. That's the truth. Now, we are looking at, I'm just taking the word of the federal government as it is. We are looking at building a train that will run through Kano, and how many other states now? 2 or 3 other states in the north. And then connect with Niger and enter Maradi. The truth is, few people who understand how inter-country and intra-country trade runs in the north. I've been opportunity to live in Sokoto State for about a year. I lived close to Ilela, which is the border town to Niger Republic, and I can confidently tell you that the gra and the harassment or the whatever that we see from customs down south does not happen in the north. People literally walk through the borders, and I'm not talking about the bush part. I'm saying the national, international border. They walk through human, cattle, and goods. You dare not do what you do down south in the north. And don't believe me, just check the revenue that customs generate every month. Just check it and look at where money comes from. It's down south. In fact, southwest. Let's face it. Okay, so it tells you that if you are looking at making money from that point, you are wrong. Building a train will not make it better, because the people will not change. They will only move things that they know they will not pay you a dime for. And then the fear of the average Nigerian now, I hope I'm not sound too ethnic, but which is beginning to look like it, is that I hope somebody is not trying to connect their brothers across the border at the expense of the average Nigerian. Do we have to borrow to do this? I'm not saying it's wrong to build a rail that will run through 3 states in the north and then connect another country. In Europe, they have that. Plenty.
That's what the TUC is saying.
Plenty. I'm aware of the UK Virgin train that runs through nearly 4 different European countries. And it's a private company that runs it. So it's not wrong. It's not wrong. But when you are short of cash and you are looking for where to make money urgently, that is not the place to do business. And someone even took me up on social media yesterday, on the argument and all that, it's a good project. I said, my friend, do you know that as we speak, Niger Republic is practically a failed country, depending on handouts from France and other countries? These guys are not the ones to do business with now. Because in case you are looking for how to put money in something so that you get money back, that is not where you put money. You look for a place where money will come very fast. Instead of putting that money, I would rather they extend the Lagos to Calabar rail. Bring that one to pass. Let money start coming from there, and then you can pay. But carrying our money, and then, in fact, not even carrying our money, going to borrow when we're already neck deep in debt, and saying you are borrowing to build a rail in a region. I hope you know that region is another major
region.
Exactly. Security challenges. Is that where you are thinking about, really? Is ill advised.
Now, more excerpts from Garbashew's statement. Now, you need to ask yourself, now, what's the difference between 6 and half a dozen if you are building a rail track to Niger Republic border, and you still tell us, we are not going into Niger Republic. Now, if the track is being built for economy and agricultural industrial exchange, as Garbashew has said, now, precisely, like you have said, what are the potentials of Niger Republic in these areas at the moment? And now, considering precisely the myriad of challenges that country is grappling with right now, or is it about Nigeria offering a dual or mutual economic lifeline to Niger, in which Nigeria would end up being the chief contributor and Niger Republic would only play the leech? Again, for me, we must consider, like you have said again, the regional security implication of these developments. At this time, especially for Nigeria, now as an insurgency, terrorism and banditry continues to spread across borders, we are talking about nations where insurgents and terrorists are already probably feeling the heat, and they are fleeing these countries, and they seem to be finding a perpetual haven in Nigeria. Now, first it was about our government issuing a visa on arrival policy pre-COVID-19, and now this.
Is that also part of trade?
Honestly.
Okay, all right. I just hope, like somebody will say, sense fall on you. We listen to the voice of reason on time. This is not that time to be using money for some, projects that will end up a white elephant project. What if they start the project now and some people start attacking them where they are? This is not a safe place. We know this. All right. Well, Labour shuns ruling stopping strike. Talks with federal government deadlocked. That's on page 9 of the Punch newspaper. The Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress on Thursday dismissed the ruling of the National Industrial Court, restraining them from going on strike beginning from Monday. The NLC and the TUC stated this after a meeting between the federal government and the workers ended in a deadlock on Thursday evening. Following the hike in electricity tariffs and fuel pump price, the government and the labor unions had met penultimate Tuesday, but the dialogue ended in a deadlock following the failure of the government to reverse the price increase or offer palliatives to cushion the effects on the workers. The NLC and TUC subsequently declared a strike and protest scheduled to commence on Monday. Both unions said they would collaborate to execute the industrial action for maximum effect. Rising from a meeting in Abuja on Tuesday, the National Executive Council of the NLC, comprising the chairpersons of the 36 state chapters and the Federal Capital Territory, endorsed the decision earlier taken by the Central Working Committee of the Congress on the strike last Wednesday. Labour shuns ruling stopping strike. Talks with federal government deadlocked.
It also says the National Industrial Court of Nigeria on Thursday ordered organized labor not to embark on its indefinite strike scheduled to commence on Monday. Justice Ibrahim Galadima gave the order in a ruling on an ex parte application filed by the Incorporated Trustees of Peace and Unity Ambassadors Association. Now we know who they are. Through their counsel, Sanusi Musa, Justice Galadima also granted an order of interim injunction restraining the unions, their officers, affiliates, previous from disrupting, restraining, picketing, or preventing the workers or its affiliates or ordinary Nigerians from accessing their offices to carry their legitimate duties on September 28th or any other date.
Well, this is not the industrial court. This is not the first time that labor unions want to go on strike, and then someone will use the instrumentality of the industrial court to see how we can change their minds or tell them not to. But if there's one court order that is usually regularly flouted, is industrial court. I'm not supporting it. Okay, that's not my aim. But I'm saying that whoever went, they said a group went to the industrial court. Well, for whatever reasons best known to them. What we can confirm now, here's what we know. That the TUC and the NLC have decided they will not follow that court order. And I think it's a signal to the federal government. Please return back to negotiation ahead of Monday.
But again, we're talking about the law, talking about the course of the judiciary. It would appear perhaps the federal government, in a veiled manner, has gone to the judiciary now. And now, is it really appropriate for? I'm not taking sides there, but is it really appropriate for Labour to disregard the order of the court?
It's inappropriate for anybody to disregard. That's why I said I'm not supporting that statement. It's wrong. Let's face it. When the chips are down, you do not disobey court order. Let's just speak truth to power here. I mean, you do not, for any reason whatsoever. Okay? But then the point being made here is that we are not yet done with negotiation. So if you think you can scare us with a court order, you're wrong.
Well, I don't know whether it's the politician in Mr. Chris Ngige that we are seeing here, but he seems to be quite hopeful that we would get somewhere before Monday. It says they are also speaking. Ngige said, we had fruitful meeting. They are going back to their organs. When they consult their organs tomorrow, next tomorrow, maybe they will take a new decision. He said the government had requested labor unions to shelve the strike.
Well, give it to Dr. Chris Ngige. That's his forte anyway. I think at the end of this tenure, he deserves an award for being able to manage. It's just that his Minister of State has not been that diplomatic. I hope he learns on the job. Give it to him. He has been able to, one way or the other, meander his way, whether it's ASU, NLC, TUC. He has been able to find a way around it. It's a tough job. It's a tough job he has right there. So if he's optimistic, yes, that's his job anyway. He has to be optimistic. And that's why I said the point that NLC and TUC, I believe they are trying to make right now, is that, Honorable Minister, that court order, foul. Negotiation has not ended.
And rather than maybe trigger a suspension of the planned strike, maybe it has actually triggered the labor to insist. Maybe I believe that is what labor is actually reacting to. That we are trying to cut with that.
At the end of the day, labor too wants peace. Let's face it, for the sake of Nigeria, and I'm saying this as a patriotic Nigerian, we do not need a strike right now. We need all the money we can make.
Honestly.
So let's just be sincere. As much as, yes, we want them to protest, we want them to do this, but I think the best thing to do is that they negotiate.
Honestly, like the minister, I'm so quite hopeful that something might happen before Monday. But then, looking at the issue in a broader sense again, well, personal opinion, I feel it may be a bit unrealistic to ask for a reversal.
Between you and me, Tola, there will most likely be no reversal.
I think the way to go is to look palliative.
That's it.
Palliative.
That's it.
The harsh effects, the impact on Nigeria should be addressed by the Nigerian government.
That's just it. So let's just perish that thought of reversal.
Some people may want to stone you and Tola saying that.
It's the truth. Okay. Keep your rocks, please. We're opening the phone lines right now. 080-550-09850. 080-550-09850. That's the number to join the conversation today. Today is the 25th of September. It's World Pharmacist Day. Okay, pharmacists, you're close to one. Today is their day. Celebrate them, appreciate them. Today is World Pharmacist Day. Congratulations to every pharmacist out there. It's your day. Do we have a first caller here? Yes, someone is here.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Falodu from Kwapadodo.
Oh, nice to have you.
On the issue of the strike, yes, for me personally, I will support labor for this electricity strike because the guy cannot be paying for darkness. I'm not against increasing price. In so many countries, you pay a lot, but the service must be cheap. And on the issue of petroleum, I think labor should try as much as to go to the round table because our refinery must work. That is what labor should try to do. This refinery must work. Everybody is working, and the price of petrol will be quantified on naira. If it's not quantified on dollar. Now, when you see all producing countries, the cannot refine in their own country. And it is very shameful. Thank you, good morning.
Thank you so much, Mr. Falado. So nice to even start the program with you today. The phone line is open. 080-550-09850. Seems someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Well, with you, your name and location.
Yeah, this is Azika speaking from Okewodo.
Nice to have you. Go ahead briefly.
Please, I want to comment on this rail line. The federal government want to build.
Okay.
Into Nigeria city. Why are they deceiving? They are deceiving Nigeria. They want to build rail line to city of Nigeria. That says it's going to rent in the border post. They are deceiving us. So, good morning.
All right, thank you for making it your opinion. Okay. At the last Sunday on Facebook, good morning, Tola and I, on train project to Niger Republic. From what Malam Shehu Garuba said, what is the difference between 6 and 7.5 dozen? I think you want to say. And what is the difference between Nigeria border and Niger Republic? Still the same thing. May God deliver us from this wasteful spending in the country. Thank you. We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Is calling from Lanlate.
Nice to have you, sir.
We shall continue to praise, comment, and celebrate the efforts of our amiable governor, Engineer Seyimakide. On the Ghanaian side, our state is turning to, in all ramifications, will the governor continue to work stronger. Having said this, on the proposed anyway from Kano to Nigeria, this is a misplacement of priority of highest level.
Wow.
We need a way in the program. In Ibarapa, another part of the country, now should we travel into a project that doesn't have any direct effect on the people on the common people of Nigeria. What is the relationship between Nigeria and Nigeria? I think that one should be we should stop that. Then on the labor union, we don't want the labor, and what I want is the labor and the governor to sit in a round table and iron out the differences. When they go on strike, it will pay on have an adverse effect on the common people in Nigeria. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Alhaji. Really appreciate you. We'll do for another commercial break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
The Global Youth Leadership and Girl Child Foundation, in partnership with the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, Conference on Raising Girls' Ambition, RAGA 2020. Theme: Advancing Women's Career for Sustainable Development. Date: 13th to 16th October 2020. Venue: virtually via Zoom and also in person at International Conference Center, Lead City University, Ibadan. Calling on academics to submit abstracts and papers. Calling on young women between the ages of 18 to 25 to apply for women business ownership. Program for the price of up to $10,000. Secondary school girls between the ages of 12 to 16 are to submit essays, creative arts, and enter for debate and quiz for the grand prize of 50,000 naira for each competition. Conference fee for virtual is 5,000 naira. In person, 15,000 naira. For secondary school, 1,000 naira. For registration, please contact 0815-271-9250 or bcoscommercial@gmail.com. You can also visit BCOS Iliakede Orita Bashon, Ibadan.
All right, so glad to know you. There's the conversation with Dayo and Tola, and you're listening to Oluyole 98.5 FM. We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ardo.
This is Aruna from Odoro.
You're welcome.
Mr. Janti, good morning this morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
I want to commend the effort of the INEC for meeting the monarchs in Ondo State ahead of gubernatorial election. In fact, it's a very good step. Just like what they did in Edo, so that a place or a state, when there is a peace, the economy will surely grow. Thank you very much. God bless your state.
Thank you so much for making it brief. 08055009850. Otumba Fade Yadelu Cornelius saying the cost of running governance in Nigeria is on the high side and cannot sustain us on the long run. The panacea to the viability of any state is to cut down the running cost, plug the loopholes, and generate more high GR. Lastly, I congratulate His Excellency GSF for the well-deserved Zik Award. Fade Yadelu Cornelius from Okaka. Thank you so much.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Reverend.
D and T.
Morning, sir.
Babatobi is talking from Lalate.
Nice to have you, Reverend.
Concerning the proposed strike by the NSC, TUC, and the government, I want to appeal that the two of them should understand one another. They should try to seek ground for one another so that it will not affect the people of Nigeria and the economy of this country. That is number one. Then number two is that we don't want the federal government to deceive us because we know everything. And like what Osibaju said the other time, that the refinery should be given to the private sector. Likewise, the Yajakuta that you have mentioned the other time. So let the private sector handle that. They should not deceive Nigeria. That is my submission. Reverend Babatobi from Lalate.
Thank you so much, Reverend. Really appreciate that. On Twitter, Bayo Badmos at Obeska saying the agenda of this government is only known to themselves. It's dysfunctional railing to a neighboring country without obvious economic advantage while we leave Lagos, the cash cow of the economy, to suffer. Bayo Badmos from Ogumosho. His opinion right there. We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. D&T.
Good morning.
This
is Alaji Lamkan from Ilego.
Nice to have you, Alaji.
On the road project, we should not mind God Basewo. In an attempt to cover a lie, you use another 10 lies. Is Malachi in Nigeria or Nigeria? Consumption should not be a priority in our state. Kind of preference at this crucial point of our national life. Where so many other things are crying for attention. That person to Malachi in Nigeria is nothing but a monumental waste. On the state by state provides, some things were ranked high, why some cannot survive without spark. I just want to say that it is also, we did not want to mention the other time. The former government under Tola borrow without any corresponding investment.
Alaji, we did not mention any name.
Perpetual debtors and a state struggling to survive. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Alaji. Well, that's your opinion. We didn't mention any state here. So it's on the records. All right, we go back to the phone line. 08055009850. Someone is here.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, you're on.
Good morning, Mr. Tola.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, we're from Ojibonche.
Nice to have you, sir.
Yeah, when they're my brothers. You know, the government assembly and the federal government continue to deceive us.
Wow.
They are deceiving themselves. When it's about the we 2023 is so tough. We go throw them out of the government house. God bless Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you so much. Adioti Kunle, good day, Mr. Tola and Tola, Diane Tola. May our hope for Nigeria come to reality. Amen. We have good hopes. May Nigeria survive this government? And what's the rationale or economic implications behind the award of the Ario to Niger now? Nigeria gradually becoming, okay, well, we are big brother. Well, have it. Okay, have a nice day. Adioti Kunle, thank you so much. You use a lot of words that I cannot say. I don't have 5 million. If I have it, not for fine. Christian Golan Adio, good morning, Mr. Diane Tola. God will continue to bless you, man. We should continue to pray for a good governance in Nigeria, because what is going on in this country every day is somehow, to me. Kudos to you. Thank you. Olugbenga Depoju saying good morning. I always listen to your program from Ondo City. Oh, from Ondo. Thank you so much. You're doing a great job, and I admire your fearless and objective analysis of newspaper reports. As the Labour continues to dialogue with government, let them insist that the discourse must make prepaid meters available to customers without further delay, to stop the practice of estimated billing, which is extortional and unacceptable. Thank you, Olugbenga Depoju from Ondo. We go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Diane Tola.
Good morning, sir.
Well
done.
Thank you, sir.
God will continue to bless you.
Amen.
On the rail, something. Bringing people from Niger in trailer is not sufficient, so they want to bring them in train coaches, so that we'll just annex Niger to Nigeria. That's all.
Wow.
Abi, that is simple. So, and you are appealing to Labour. Why don't you appeal to the other side? Thank you. Oyeka.
All right, sir. Okay, we appeal to the government too.
Actually, our appeal goes to both sides.
So that we'll be clear. It will look like the rocks are started coming out. Sheya Adeleke, Electronics of Facebook. Good morning, guys. When the government has given room for mistrust as part of its policy over the years, whatever idea it proposes will always be suspect. There's more to this rail project than we are being told. The more we look, the less we see. It's done here. Sheya Adeleke, Electronics. Thank you so much, Doctor. We appreciate you. We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Adaya, Mr. Tola.
Morning.
Shola from Okata.
Oh, nice to have you.
Thank you, sir. Please, I want to, is there any benefit, economic benefit Nigeria is getting from this Niger rail line project? We still have some federal road within Nigeria that is very, very poor.
Plenty. Not even some.
Could bring that could
we have several.
More things to us. Going to the Niger Republic so far, so these people have a personal interest. May God bless Nigeria from all these no ideology politicians.
Wow.
Oh,
that's from your hand. By the way, Mr. Ishala, no ideology is an ideology. I hope you know. I hope you get it. No ideology itself is also an ideology. Oluyole Oluyemi saying, good morning, DNC. I don't understand why FG will just increase tariff, tax, and fuel price when people are still fighting hard to cope with ugly effects of COVID-19. So many are jobless. I hope this will not increase crime rates in the country. Well, God bless Nigeria. Thank you, Oluyole Oluyemi. Pick another call.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Tola.
Good morning, sir.
God bless Nigeria. I believe Nigeria will be great today.
Amen.
I just see too much of what you have got along. Abdulaziz Maiwa from Mumban Kolodo Ibadan.
Okay, nice to have you.
I want to appeal to the CUC, NLC, USC, and all other labor union groups that they should please see and look into what federal government is proposing as far as removing this subsidy thing is concerned. So they've been telling us it's a scam, and some people are getting money to themselves from there. They should please look into it very well. If it will be better for Nigerians, that the subsidy should be removed totally, and we have a great economy, I would suggest we all take the patience to go with it. God bless Nigeria.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Thank you so much, Abdulaziz. Really appreciate you. Okay, the rocks have started happening here. Good morning, dear auntie. Let's say the reality. This government has failed Nigeria. We can't restructure what has no structure. Oduduwa and Biafra is the solution. Okay. Your opinion there on that day, Sunday. Somebody is Tola, okay. I'm not sure we can take more calls. It's like rocks are beginning. It said, stop supporting Buhari. Blame the government, not TUC. We are not. Okay, all right.
We're not supporting anyone.
This is not. Come on, really.
Just try to be objective.
Darasimi Divine, thank you. Ilias Agoro, we appreciate you. That's the program for today. We have bills to pay. Till tomorrow when we come your way. For the last edition this week, I remain Oladayo Ogunbowale.
Tola, Teriba.
Got me fresh all day like ooh, I'm still fresh for existing all day. My confidence is never low, never on fresh. Cause I've got healthy strong teeth and Oral-B 2-in-1. Got me fresh all day like ooh.
Use Oral-B 2-in-1 toothpaste for stronger healthy teeth and long-lasting fresh breath.
Mikolo, my engine sounds like brand new. Is it not the same Mobile Super 1000 you used to service it?
Not the same Mobile Super 1000, but levels don't change.
Yes! Mobile Super 1000 XHP is now improved to meet standard of quality APISN. So, whether you buy Mobile Super 1000 XHP, Mobile Super 2000 semi-synthetic, or even the new fully synthetic Mobile Super 3000, you are guaranteed the APISN perfection in every drop.
Make it mobile.
My generation is unbreakable. We know they fear. For what? Till someone says, I will tell your mother.
Donatusu, put on your mask or else.
Wear it for her. Wear it for me. Everywhere you go, MTN. Spread the message, not the virus. Visit wearit4.me.
Good morning, Ibadan. Good morning, Oyo State. Good morning, Nigeria. Time check at 7:30 a.m. And you already know that it's time to talk sports once again on Oluyole 98.5 FM. The Trailblazer, the pride of the nation. You know we're the best in the West. Oluyole is here once again to bring you up to speed with all the happenings in the world of sports. Bring you the latest, the hottest, the juiciest news you can only get on this radio. Don't forget, exclusive interviews. Yes, it's a lovely, lovely Friday morning. And of course, what a way to start a weekend by bringing you all the news that you can use. Quite a number of games to look forward to this very weekend that we are approaching. A lot of interesting matches from England to Spain. Looking at England later on Monday, it will be Liverpool versus Arsenal Football Club. Big games happening back to back in the Premier League. Of course, in Spain as well, we've got interesting games for the weekend. as FC Barcelona will kickstart their league season against Villarreal at Nou Camp. Don't forget that just yesterday, Luis Suarez said goodbye to FC Barcelona, and of course, is set to join Atletico Madrid. In fact, Atletico Madrid has actually confirmed it. A lot of people are saying that Barcelona has just made a very, very big mistake by letting Luis Suarez leave the club. It's a big mistake to have him leave the club. Yes, we just keep our fingers crossed and see how things pound out over there. And of course, in Italy, this very weekend on Sunday, big one in Rome, as AS Roma will slug out with defending league champions Juventus Football Club. A big match to look forward to in Italian Serie A, and of course in the Bundesliga. A lot of mouth-watering games as on Sunday, Hoffenheim was slugged out with FC Bayern Munich. And of course in France, it's all big games also over there, as the Paris Saint-Germain will be away to Reims this very weekend. So quite a lot this very weekend. Once again, my name is Bulu Ajogmala. Welcome on board Spotted Beat this lovely morning. Well, let's kickstart from the locals. And of course, we're starting from Ilorin, Kwara State, where 13 Kwara United players and officials have tested positive for COVID-19 after the club tested for the infection ahead of a possible restart of the NPFL. The club, in compliance with the regulation of the LMC, had all their members take the test on the 17th of September, and the Afonja Warriors mandated all their players to take part in the test as the return to training in Ilorin. 9 of their players and 4 officials returned positive and have been taken to the Sobi Isolation Center in Ilorin. All clubs have been ordered by the LMC to perform a COVID-19 test for all their players and officials in line with the protocols and guidelines from NCDC as the National Center for Disease and Control. Since the federal government announced the return of sports behind closed doors last month, football activities is yet to resume. Meanwhile, with the gradual flattening of the coronavirus pandemic curve in Nigeria, the federal government has stated it is yet to lift ban on contact sports, including football, of the lockdown. Nigerian Professional Football League NPFL 2020-2021 season resumption is still uncertain, as government say go ahead has not been given for football to return in the country. And of course, can always trust us to fact check this very news from Kwara. Yes, we reached out to Kwara United media officer Jima Bashir about the truth behind the test results. It says, and I quote, that was what NCDC said, and as a club we don't have anything to say about it, since they were the ones that conducted the test. And also the chairman of the club, Kumbi Titiloye, he believes that the report is very inaccurate, but of course he'll be waiting for the COVID-19 team of the state to come and confirm it. Well, we'll just keep our fingers crossed and trust us. We'll always keep you abreast with all of that and many more sports stories as they happen home and of course abroad. All right, away from that, let's talk about ex-Nigerian international, former Super Eagles winger Finidi George has restated his readiness to take up a coaching role in any of the national teams. However, the 49-year-old former Ajax star, who holds a UEFA coaching license, admits that the final decision lies with the NFF, who are expected to name coaches for the various age-grade national teams in the coming days. The 1994 African winner, who has never hidden his desire to handle any national team, has been severally linked with the Golden Eaglets coaching role, having previously worked with the youth team of his former club, that's Real Mallorca, over there in Spain. The former Real Betis and Calabar Rovers dazzling winger stated categorically that he remains willing to coach Nigeria at any level, adding that he is hopeful that it will come to pass very, very soon. Let me inform you this morning that Finidi George is on the show this lovely morning, and he speaks about his plans and his decisions to coach any of our national teams.
Doesn't depend on me. I just have to wait to see what the NFF are willing to do. If I'm appointed, I'm willing to do the job. So I'm just my fingers crossed, and I hope they will come up with a list very soon. I don't know when, but we'll just hope I'm appointed.
Finidi George saying that he hopes that he's appointed coach of Nigeria age group team. Any of them being good in England or the Flying Eagles. All right, away from that, this morning, let me inform that. And Demore will meet our fellow three-time Grand Slam champion Stans Wawrinka in the French Open first round. The man whom the Briton played in his last match on the Paris clay back in 2017. British women's number one Joanna Konta, who is seeded 9th, has also been handed an eye-catching opener against American teenager Coco Gauff. Danny Evans, Britain's top-ranked man, will play Japan's Kei Nishikori. However, British number 2 Kyle Edmund has pulled out with a knee injury. Tournament director Guy Forget still hopes that 5,000 fans will be allowed in to watch the French Open, despite the French government banning public gatherings of more than 1,000 people in cities like Paris. Let's take a look at other big pairing ahead of the French Open that starts on Sunday. Spain's 12th-time men's champion Rafael Nadal bidding for a record equaling 28 Grand Slam players. World number 1 will play world number 83 Egor Garimisov of the Russians' first round debut at Roland Garros. Roger Federer is the man who's number 1 of major titles. Nadal wants to match. Also have a big game in the first round of the competition, and 39-year-old Swiss is missing with a knee injury. However, Nadal is in the same half of the draw as newly crowned US Open champion Dominic Thiem. Third seed Thiem, who has lost back-to-back Roland Garros finals to Nadal, has drawn a dangerous floater among the non-seeded players in Croatia's former world number 3 Marian Cilic. And of course, Serena Williams is another big name chasing history, going again for a 24th major to equal Margaret Court's long-standing record. Williams, approaching her 39th birthday on Saturday, has been drawn against a fellow American, Christiana, whom she also faced in the US Open first round earlier in the month. Well, we'll of course will be updated with the French Open as it starts on Sunday. Well, heading straight to the NBA this morning, where Anthony Davis scored a game high 34 points. LeBron James added 26, and the LA Lakers never lost the lead over the final 3 quarters en route to 114 and 108 victory over the Denver Nuggets in Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals played yesterday. Well, as it is, it's Lakers leading the best-of-7 series by 3-1. Well, the top-seeded Lakers hold a 3-1 lead in the series and are within just one win. Yes, just one win of the NBA Finals. Well, Game 5 is built to take place in the early hours of Sunday morning. And if Lakers wins that on Sunday morning, they are through to the NBA Finals. All right, moving away from that, I'm back to the world of football this morning. And our first point of call is Budapest, where Champions League holders Bayern Munich yesterday night added to their rich trophy cabinet, pipping current Europa League champions Sevilla 2-1 after extra time to win their second UEFA Super Cup title in history. Bayern Munich, who won their first UEFA Super Cup back in 2013, lifted their second in style with a hard-fought win against a gallant Sevilla that battled throughout 120 minutes at the Puskás Arena in Budapest over there in Hungary. Bayern Munich has thus started the new season on a title-winning note following their treble-winning campaign last season, winning their 30th Bundesliga, 20th German Cup, and their 6th UEFA Champions League titles. For Sevilla, the 1996 UEFA Super Cup winners and 6 times Europa League champions went out fighting to neutralize Bayern Munich's early dominance, and it paid off in the 11th minute of the encounter. 2-1, that game ended in favor of Bayern Munich, and once again Bayern Munich proved to the world that they are the best team in Europe. We're still talking European football this morning, where teams will be able to make 5 substitutions in UEFA competition for the rest of the season. President of UEFA, Alexander Seferin, announced this yesterday. The law amendment was proposed by FIFA to assist clubs in managing player workload in a congested calendar, which was actually created by COVID-19, which means In the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Europa League and other UEFA organized tournaments, this season you will see about 5 substitutions have been made. Don't forget last season in the Premier League it happened, but of course that was cancelled out in the Premier League for this season. In the UEFA Champions League UEFA competitions, you will have them this season. Well, still talking yesterday games in the Carabao Cup. Liverpool zoomed into the 4th round of the Carabao Cup after trashing Lincoln 7-2 on Thursday night. Xherdan Shaqiri put Liverpool ahead in the 9th minute of the encounter, while Takumi Minamino had the second goal in the first half. Curtis Jones fired home a brace with Minamino, Marco Grujic and Divock Origi scoring the other goals for Jogging Club's men. Tayo Edun and Lewis Musma were all on target for Lincoln City yesterday. This game ended 7-2 in favor of Liverpool, and of course Liverpool are into the next round of the Carabao Cup at the Etihad Stadium yesterday. Manchester City defeated Bournemouth 2-1 to also book a place in the next round of the Carabao Cup. Former Flying Eagles midfielder Nnamdi Ofobo featured for Bournemouth yesterday in that particular encounter. Aston Villa are also through to the 4th round following a 3-0 win against their opponent yesterday. Moving away from England, let's get straight to Italy this morning, where AC Milan's Zlatan Ibrahimovic has tested positive for COVID-19. His club, AC Milan, confirmed this yesterday. The 38-year-old former Sweden international is currently self-isolating at home. His positive result came in a 2nd round of testing after defender Leo Duarte tested positive on Wednesday, and all other players and staff returned negative tests. Both players will miss Thursdays. Yes, both players actually missed Thursday's Europa League 3rd qualifying Milan match played yesterday. Alright, away from that, let me inform that Chelsea have announced the signing of Edouard Mendy from League One club Stade Rennes, and that's the point where we get to talk on the show this lovely morning. 08055009850. Edouard Mendy coming into Chelsea, of course, no doubt about it. It's all to bring a healthy competition for Kepa Arrizabalaga. But who would you rather prefer? Chelsea fan to man the post for Chelsea? Would it be Edouard Mendy or Kepa Arrizabalaga? Let's get talking on the show this morning. His move was confirmed yesterday, and of course he joins the club from Stade Rennes. Would you rather pick between Mendy or Kepa Arrizabalaga for Chelsea Football Club? Let's get talking on the show this lovely morning. 08055009850 is the number to get across to us this morning. Let's take a look at both goalkeeper statistics from last season. Mendy made 24 appearances for his club, while Kepa made 33 appearances for his own club. Yes, let's talk about the number of game goals that the both are considered. Mendy considered 19, while Kepa considered 37. And let's talk about ratio of games of goals considered per game. For Mendy, 0.79, and for Kepa, it's 1.12. Well, number of clean sheets. Mendy kept 9 clean sheets last season for his club, while Kepa kept 8 clean sheets for Chelsea last season. And for save percentage, 76%, 76.3% save percentage for Mendy, while for Kepa it ended 53.5% percentage for Kepa for Chelsea last season. Should Mendy walk straight into the Chelsea starting 11, or Kepa be given another opportunity to prove himself at Stamford Bridge? Well, it's yours to talk this lovely morning. It's 055009850. Well, calls are cutting calls already this morning. Well, keep it coming. Well, back to other news stories today, where Arsenal are reportedly keen on signing Jorginho from London rivals Chelsea ahead before the end of the current transfer window. it looks like Arsenal are now loving Chelsea players. Don't forget, this summer they already picked up a Willian from Chelsea Football Club, and of course they've signed a couple of players from Chelsea. This time around, their eye is on Jorginho. So Chelsea let Jorginho leave to Arsenal. Well, the Gunners have failed in their bid for other midfielder targets and are now weighing up a move for the Brazilian-born midfielder. All right, away from that, let's take a look at some of the fixtures expected this weekend across Europe. We're picking the big games. Well, tomorrow it will be Brighton taking on Manchester United. West Brom will take on Chelsea Football Club tomorrow as well. And of course on Sunday it will be Tottenham taking Newcastle United. Manchester City will slug it out with Leicester City tomorrow on Sunday as well. And on Monday it will be about Liverpool taking on Arsenal Football Club. Last week Liverpool got the better of Chelsea, and this time around they'll be looking to get past high-flying Arsenal Football Club. The game will take place at Anfield Stadium. Well, moving straight to Spain, where Real Betis will take on Real Madrid tomorrow in the Spanish La Liga. Valencia will take on our own Kelechi Iwakali's Huesca. While on Sunday, Barcelona will start their Liga campaign in this 2020-2021 season with a game against Villarreal, parading our own Samuel Chukwueze. Straight to Italy, where AC Milan will surely build out Zlatan Ibrahimovic when they visit Crotone. And of course on Sunday as well, AS Roma will take on the big boys, talking about Juventus over there at Thursday Olimpico, and of course in Germany. Lot of interesting games to look forward to. Tonight, Hertha Berlin will take on Eintracht Frankfurt, and tomorrow we'll have Schalke 04 taking on Werder Bremen. Union Berlin will visit Borussia Mönchengladbach. Don't forget, Union Berlin has our own Taiwo Awoniyi, and of course on Sunday it's Hoffenheim taking on Bayern Munich. And in France, we've got interesting games also going down with Paris Saint-Germain visiting Reims over there as well. All right, of course, we actually wish to pick us, but of course, producer is not allowing me this morning. He says we need to take commercials, which means that bring an end to Sporty Beats this lovely morning. But don't forget tomorrow 9 a.m. on BCOS Television, we'll be bringing to you a live, a special athlete, a Paralympian will be joining me on the show to talk about her experience at participating in Paralympics and other Olympic sporting events. You want to look on to BCS TV 9 a.m. tomorrow to find out who that my special guest is. I'll be back on radio on Monday 7:30 a.m. But tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Jeremy Akinshola for previews of games that will be going down this weekend across Europe. My name is Bolu Ajogma. The show returns next week. Till then, do have a lovely weekend and stay safe.
Ìyá mi Àyìnkẹ́, adájọ́ tí kì í figbá kan bọ̀ kan.
Ṣé wo mọ̀ yí pé apá èpò lẹ́yìn àgbà ọmọdé apá lẹ́yìn tiẹ̀ náà má yájú sẹ́gbọ́n rẹ̀ mọ́ o.
Kólú alámọ̀ ní kọ̀rọ̀ yàrá kí n má bàa fi gbogbo owó jẹ wóróbo.
Àjàní kódà kéèyàn fọwọ́ mẹ́wẹ̀ẹ̀wá jẹun ná díẹ̀ fi díẹ̀ pamọ́ torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la ni.
Tí n bá rántí ẹ̀kọ́ nípa bá a ti múra lámúyẹ ẹ̀rín á sì pa mí títí.
Ewu ọmọ mi Àjàní bó ti wọ bàtà ọ̀tún sósì bí ẹni ń lo oko ọdẹ ó yá ọkọ mi tún bàtà rẹ wọ̀ dáadáa.
Fún àwọn òpómúlérò ìyá ẹ̀mí àbàtà tí mọ́dọ̀ ṣàn ní 3 crowns ìtọ́jú àwọn ìyá ṣe pàtàkì kí wọ́n lè tẹ̀síwájú ipa rere aláìlẹ́gbẹ́ tí wọ́n ń kó lórí ẹbí gbogbo.
3 crowns milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Mikolo, my engine sounds like brand new. Is it not the same Mobile Super 1000 you used to service it?
Now the same Mobile Super 1000, but levels don't change.
Yes! Mobile Super 1000 XHP is now improved to meet standard of quality APISN. So, whether you buy Mobile Super 1000 XHP, Mobile Super 2000 semi-synthetic, or even the new fully synthetic Mobile Super 3000, you are guaranteed the APISN perfection in every drop.
Make it mobile.
ooo kí lélẹ́yìn náà. ọmọ má bà tẹlifíṣàn yẹn jẹ́ kí ló dé gan-an. ó ṣèlérí ìdíje bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá tó dùn kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn líìgì kéékèèké tí ó dùn rárá náà ń ṣàfihàn.